Hello, my yarny friends. I'm Sara Sach, and welcome back to my crochet channel. Now, today's video, I'm going to show you how to crochet the stair step pattern. We call this the Step into Fall scarf. It's a really neat effect, and I know it looks a little bit complicated, but once you figure out the repeats, it's super easy. And then we finish off with this fun chained fringe that gives it just a little bit of chaos and class on the ends of our scarf. So it is a really simple scarf once you figure out how to do the stair steps. And believe me, you will love this pattern. It has become one of my favorites, and I've used several different yarns to make these. Now, this is an updated video, so if you've watched the previous one, this one is the same pattern, just updated with our new style of filming. And also you can find that complete pattern with lots of new pictures on my blog, and as always, I'll put that blog link down in the notes underneath this video. To make your Step into Fall scarf, you're going to need just one of these Caron Cakes, and you can see this color is the same that I used on this, and the name of this one is called Run Raison. This pattern, in my opinion, works really great with a lot of our cake yarns that have the long color changes, and that means you have a long section of color before it changes to the next color. This one's called Run Raison. The red one that's red and gray, that one I believe was called Red Velvet, and I really like that one as well. I did some in some Christmas colors, but you can use ombres, striping yarns, variegated, or do it all in a solid. It is a beautiful scarf that works up really pretty in lots of different colors. You're going to need about 7 ounces of a medium weight number 4 yarn, and that's just one of these Caron Cakes that I have on hand. And I love these that have the 7 ounces on them, well, they're 7.1, because you can do a lot with that amount of yarn without having to change yarns. So if you've got one of these Caron Cakes or 7 ounces, you can work up the whole scarf without having to change colors. All right, we're going to be stitching today with our eye hook, which is a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. You need a needle just for weaving in ends, and then of course a pair of scissors. We're going to begin with our slip knot, and we're going to chain 41 chains. Now remember, chain your initial chain just a little bit loose because you don't want the end of that scarf to kind of pucker up on you. All right, so I'm going to chain 41 chains. I've chained 41 chains. I'm going to go in my second chain from the hook and stitch a half double crochet. So yarn over, go in that second chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, and go through all 3 of your loops. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to stitch 1 half double crochet in each of our chains all the way across our row. One half double crochet in each of our chains. I have stitched a half double crochet in each of my chains across. We began in the second chain from the hook, so we have 40 half double crochets. We're going to chain 1 and turn our work. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go right in that first stitch, because our chain 1 does not count as a stitch, and stitch a half double crochet. And then we'll stitch 1 half double crochet in each of the half double crochets across. I told you, this pattern is super easy once you figure out the stair step effect. So we're stitching 1 half double crochet in each of our half double crochets all the way across. I stitched 1 half double crochet in each of the half double crochets across, so I again have 40 half double crochets. We're going to chain 1 and turn. And now we're going to repeat row 2 for 3 more rows. 1 half double crochet in each, chain 1, turn, and repeat. And we're going to repeat row 2 for 3 more rows. Then we'll have a total of 5 rows of half double crochets. I repeated row 2 for 3 more rows, so I have 5 rows of half double crochet now. All right, so we'll chain 1 and turn. And now for row 6, we're going to repeat this again and stitch 1 half double crochet in each of our stitches across, and then we're going to chain 11. All right, so for row 6, we're going to repeat row 2, 1 half double crochet in each, and then chain 11. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do those half double crochets and then show you how to do the chain 11. So I stitched that 6th row of 1 half double crochet in each of the half double crochets across, and now we're going to chain 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. We're going to turn our work. We're going to half double crochet in the second chain from the hook. Yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over. There's our half double crochet. And now we'll stitch in the next 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right, so we stitched in the second chain from the hook, and then we stitched 9 more, so we have 10 half double crochets. And then we'll go to our next half double crochet, and we'll stitch 1 half double crochet in each. There we go. 1 half double crochet in each of our half double crochets across, except for the last 10 half double crochets. All right, so we did 10 here, so we're going to do 1 half double crochet in the next 30 and leave the last 10 unworked. All right, this way we always have 40 half double crochets on each row. So I'm going to stitch 1 half double crochet in the next 30. We have 10 here, and then we need to stitch 30. I've brought the camera all the way out so you can see how it's supposed to look on row 7. So on the end of row 6, we chained 11. We stitched 1 half double crochet in the second chain from the hook, and then 1 of each of the next 9. So we have 10 half double crochets here. Then we stitched 30 half double crochets across, leaving the last 10 unworked. And that's the way row 7 should look. Chain 1 and turn. And so now we have 40 half double crochets we can work in all the way across. And that's what we're going to do for row 8. And so for row 8, we're going to just stitch 1 half double crochet in each of the half double crochets all the way across. And again, our chain 1 does not count as a stitch, so we go right in that first half double crochet and stitch 1 half double crochet in each of the half double crochets all the way across. And you can already see how the stair step pattern works. I completed row 8, just stitching 1 half double crochet in each of the half double crochets across and chain 1. And so now we're going to repeat that for 3 more rows. We have 2 rows that are the same, and now we're going to repeat row 8 3 more times, or for 3 more rows. So I completed those 3 additional rows. So we have those 5 rows of 1 half double crochet in each stitch across, chain 1. And so now what you're going to do is you're going to continue to repeat row 7 through row 12 for 14 more times, and that's going to get you 14 more steps. And so this next row, you're going to stitch a half double crochet in each. You'll chain 11, you'll turn, stitch 10 half double crochets, then you'll stitch only 30, leaving the last 10 unworked, and then you'll do those half double crochets, and that's going to form all those steps. And so you're going to repeat row 7 through row 12 14 more times, or more if you want a longer scarf. And so now this is the way that your scarf's going to look. It's going to have that stair step effect. Isn't that pretty? And it lays really nice the way that it angles. You're also going to notice that on your corners it's going to curl in just a little, and I like that. It makes it look a little bit more rounded and smooth, not quite so pointy. All right, and so that's the way that it should look at this point. So once you get it as long as you want, go ahead and tie off your yarn. Now on this end, I've already added that fringe. When you tie off, go ahead and do the fringe. And I'm going to show you how to do that on this other end. I didn't do it to the opposite end because I wanted to show you how to do that fringe. So when you're on the end where you finished, you're going to go ahead and chain 1 and turn and start your fringe. But since this is the opposite end, I'm going to go ahead and put my hook in that first stitch, grab my yarn, I'll go ahead and do a little chain 1 and snug that down. And so what you're going to do is you're going to chain 16 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now, if you want your fringe to be longer, you can certainly do more chains. You're going to skip the next stitch and slip stitch in the next. And chain 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Skip the next stitch and slip stitch in the next. And it makes these fun little loops. Now, if you want your loops longer, you certainly can make them longer. If you don't want this fun little silly fringe on here, you don't have to add it either. I just love it on there. There's 15, 16. Skip the next, slip stitch in the next, and repeat. And see how that works? I just love it. I think it just adds such fun little fringe to the end. Here's the other end and how it looks with all that fringe. I just love it. I think it just adds a little extra something to the scarf and gives it just a little bit of class, don't you think? Kind of random class. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this other side. I'll chain 16, skip 1, slip stitch, and repeat all the way across. So I stitched that on, that fun chain fringe. Here's my last one. We're going to clip that, tie that off, I've already weaved the end in on the other side of the fringe, but I have to weave these two in. And then my scarf will be all done and ready for me to wear. And I love this scarf for fall. It is just the perfect scarf for fall, in my opinion, of course. The fringe is all complete, and I absolutely love this trim on this scarf. Like I said, it's just a little pop of fun and class to make the scarf really fun to wear. And also, I wanted to remind you that the amount of stair steps that you add to your scarf really depends on how long you want it. I'm a little bit shorter, so I only put 12 on mine, but the average size is 14. So that's just how easy it is to make this beautiful and fun stair step scarf. And again, any medium weight number 4 yarn will work. I just really prefer the long striping yarns because I think it just really looks nice the way that it moves from color to color on this scarf. And that's why it's one of my favorites.